Every time I make my super easy spiced fruit loaf, the whole house smells like warm cinnamon and sweet fruit. You are going to love how easy this is to make. You don't even need to knead the dough. You just stir and pop it in the oven. You can use whatever you've got on hand, sultanas, raisins, apricots, cranberries, you name it. You can just pop it in there and your whole family is going to love it. I'm going to eat this piece with butter. I've just toasted it, and listen to how crunchy it is. That is so good. Welcome, I'm Jamie. I'm so glad that you're joining me today to make my favourite spicy fruit loaf recipe. I'm going to go ahead and start with the water in a nice big bowl. So I'm using tepid water, so not too hot and not too cold, and 430 grams of water. To our water, we add some sugar. So I've got 30 grams of raw sugar. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my dry yeast, 8 grams of dried yeast, and just give it a little bit of a stir to combine. Then I'm going to leave this somewhere warm for about 10 to 15 minutes until I can see that the yeast is activated. We'll know it's ready because it will be all frothy on top. This is exactly what we want. That's activated yeast. That means that our loaf is going to rise up. So we can add our fruit mix to this. So I've got 120 grams of cranberries and sultanas, but you could use raisins or apricots, whatever you have on hand. Then I'm going to add the zest of about half a lemon. You could use orange as well, that's just as nice. Give it a little bit of a stir. Then I'm going to add the flour. So I've got high grade flour and I'm using 430 grams of flour. I use a little bit of salt, just a couple of pinches. And then I add my spices. So I've got 3 teaspoons of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of mixed spice. You could almost double that if you like a really spicy, fragrant fruit loaf. So give it a stir. You'll notice that it is quite a wet mixture and it's definitely meant to be like that. That's looking really good, so I can go ahead and get my loaf tin all ready. I'm going to put some baking paper in this so that it lifts out really easily once it's ready. We can pop our mixture in. Make sure it goes right to the corners so it bakes evenly. And then this is going to go into a preheated oven of just 60 degrees for 25 minutes. Set your timer because after 25 minutes, you'll want to leave it in for another 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. So in the comments, I will put Fahrenheit as well as Celsius. That might be helpful. So into the oven it goes. Now that it's ready, I'm going to lift it out just so that it doesn't go moist in the bottom. And then leave it to cool for a good couple of hours before I cut it. It's a bit tempting to cut it right now, but it'll be even nicer if we leave it. Smells amazing. Okay, now that it's been sitting for a couple of hours and it's nice and cool, I can go ahead and cut it. So this will keep really nicely in your baking tin, but you can also pop it in the toaster and just serve it with butter or jam. It's absolutely delicious. It freezes really well, so you can just slice it up and pop it in the freezer. Take slices out just as you need them. You can see little eyes behind me. That's how good it smells. It's brought Millie the dog over to see what's going on. I hope you enjoyed how easy that fruit loaf is to make, and I hope you're going to give it a try. Let me know, what other recipes would you like to see? Do you love quick, easy? Do you love sweet recipes? Do you love savory? Drop me a comment. I'd love to connect.